Welcome back, guys. So we are back for another episode 2, and basically we're going to concentrate on getting the actual city fleshed out, because right now it is extraordinarily barren. I did let it play. We're on day 1, month 2, so I did let it play for quite a bit, and we got more money than we started with, and we're at a point where we probably have enough money to maybe finish the town. Hopefully we can finish the town, but more importantly, I did do some things while I was playing, and I will show you now. But essentially, level-wise, we are at 27, level 2 already, which I didn't really want to have happen so quickly. So, it would be design, yes. So XP and leveling, I did reduce the monster XP and increase the base kills. So that way it won't be as much. It'll pad it a little bit at least. But another side note is that I did go through and I did flesh out the classes a bit. So we have like a high elf class, right? Lower health, decent mana, some good base speed, B tier. Ability wise, we got the basic strike, which every class will have, but this class will start off with magic missile, 3 mana for 2 damage. Quite simple, low cast time, low cooldown, average generic spell. Our second class is the warrior, A tier right now. I still have to do some balancing and whatnot, but I can do that later. I generally want all classes to be A tier anyways, which is going to be a little troubling. But that's 2.3 optimal DPS, 10 base health, no mana. They utilize some rage and for their spells, strike, but they have a beatdown ability, which allows them to use some rage for basically a high damage payoff, which is boom immediately, which I thought would be nice for them. The next class we have is Paladin, ranked B tier. Decent health, more health than the warrior, I believe. Yes, more health than the warrior. They don't utilize rage, they utilize mana to cast their spells. And their abilities, they have, I don't know why that's called volley. That should be strike. Apply that. Alright, but some inspiration from D&D. Their basic ability that they all start off with would be Lay on Hands, give them a little heal. 5 mana for 5 HP. Just a little nice bonus that they can do. And then we have the Red Mage, which hasn't been used. Hasn't really been played yet, because it's relatively new, but they have 15 base HP, but only 10 mana. So basically where the high elf would have less HP but more mana, the Red Mage is the generic mage for the human class, would have more HP but less mana, and that's how I balance that out. But they do have their generic strike, and because they are a Red Mage, they'll be primarily aggressive and less utility based. So they're gonna have like fireballs, some damage over time because it's fire. They might have, I don't know, flame leash, something like that. They'll eventually have more aggro abilities, whereas the high elf will have more like utility based or just generically faster paced attacks. Lastly, we have the dwarfs, which will also be incorporated. They have a lot of base health. I think they have the most base health out of all of the things. Yes, they do have the most base HP. They do have 10 rage and 5 speed. I don't know if that's overpowered, but for their abilities, I gave them a vital blow for their first one. It basically every 4 seconds they can utilize 5 rage for 3 damage and 1 damage over time. So basically, yes, I feel like they're more of the tankier class with less damage, because they only have 1.8 and then the warrior has 2.3. But it'll work out. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that montage. I did do a lot here, but I feel like there's a lot more to do. I still need to go through with street lamps and all that and go through here, but I was trying to know like the cramped cities, everything, a lot of things are really close together type feel in this main district. And I will expand on it. I have more of like a blacksmithing store strip right here. And I think, I don't know exactly how good this looks, but I'm trying to switch it up between 3 different building types essentially. You got the normal house, you got the fearless house, and then you also got the inns with the nice teal blue. But I do want to go through now for the next montage. I'll probably end up going through and doing quests to expand upon that, especially over here. I was thinking of spending some time to spruce this up so it doesn't look so terrible, especially over here, and make more of like a wolf den rather than there's just wolves there. Make a little camp here essentially is what I'm thinking of going through and doing. I do want to make a military type garrison, I guess you would say, like a little military base within the castle. So we do have barracks here, well, garrisons I guess you could say, but we don't really have like a military base type thing. Or we also want to have like these spire type places I'm going to probably make into basically be kind of like school ground type things for wizards essentially, like 2 academies essentially. You got the Summoners Academy, which I'll specialize in, of course, attempting to research stuff, and we also have the Mage Academy over there probably. I did want to try and incorporate like a big tree over here for like, because we got like Viking-esque type things, big tree. There we go. And I tried to make it bigger than all the other trees, but not too much bigger, so you can definitely notice it. One thing that I did kind of struggle with is this paths. I had to modify it a lot, as you guys saw, but especially with some of these buildings, I have to like do a makeshift path because the building itself just can't. It has like a weird hitbox, and it kept happening for the same with some of these other kinds of buildings. So it's just like the taverns, they have like a weird hitbox where you can't exactly place them how you want, which is kind of weird. And I also ended up with like weird spots right here where I can't really do much besides add decoration, but I can try and do a path, because the path you can't put exactly where you want, which is a little frustrating. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the next time lapse. All right, so I guess I've been building enough or spamming enough things. We're now finally getting another upgrade, and I'm actually thinking of getting most likely, probably parties. So I'll allow the whole party aspect, just because it's cool. But the main thing, I guess I might as well take some time to talk. I've gone around, right, to basically be like, they're trying to siege, right? So I've tried to do a little factory type thing, and they've been building some various war machines to be able to then infiltrate via the castle gate. I am gonna have things going around here. This isn't just gonna be open water, because obviously be like, well, I mean, they can just boat on in here. Why didn't they just do that instead? Well, there'll be a reason, along with there being a magic barrier around the city. But anyways, I am curious as what you guys think about my building. I don't feel like it's that good. So if you guys could like give me tips on how to better build rather than just kind of strewing things about, because I feel like it's not that great. I was going to go around with street lamps in the main city, which would look a lot nice, but I didn't really want to do it because I've already built a lot more in the city, and I don't want to put street ramps around everywhere just yet until I get it more fleshed out, which I guess I could go through with street lamps in here, but I don't really know which street lamps I should use. I'll leave it up for you guys to probably decide if you guys want one of those three options right there. Well, most likely those two options, but or even that one, just one of the single lamps. I'll probably leave it up for you guys to decide which one you think would fit best in the decor, or maybe I should perhaps use this type over up in this district, but only use maybe the more elven type down in over in this district, something like that. But this is the main trouble right here. I've been trying to build this, and I feel like it looks very terrible. It's coming together, but if you guys might want to give me some tips on how you want this cave to kind of turn out for the next episode, that would be awesome. But without further ado, I think this is where I'm going to end it off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an excellent day.